Hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Regina. Yes, ma'am, I did. I reached out to Amy. I've not yet reached out to Becky. They're both in like the same time zone right now, so I want to get one under control first. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And yes, I do feel better. Yeah, I really knocked myself for a loop yesterday. Oh, Lordy. I thought I was doing better until I wasn't, one of those kind of deals. I was feeding the birds and I dropped something. I bent over to pick it up. And when I did, the macaw popped open her water dish and it's like a welded hoop that holds the dish on this metal door with, a very sharp, pointy metal corner. And I stood up and caught that like right in the very top of my skull. And I really felt like Tweety Bird seeing the stars there for a while. I'm like, yeah, wow, maybe I better go sit down. So I did. I sat down for a minute, had a little drink of water, and then I'm like, okay, let me finish feeding the animals. So luckily the birds are the last thing I do. So I finished them up, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go look. And I just had like this red spot on the back of my head. I could kind of see with the mirrors in the bathroom. And then I just put an ice pack on it and just kind of hung out feeling, for lack of a better explanation, just really stoned all day. Like just staring at the wall, like not in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm pretty sure I got a little minor concussion. I mean, my eyes didn't dilate. I didn't throw up. My headache, once the, actual injury part of banging my head, felt better from the ice pack. And I took some Advil and, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I jammed my neck, like, because I hit something hard and jammed my neck down into my shoulders. That was worse than the headache, but so yeah, I feel better. I feel kind of almost like, I could have had a better night's sleep, but that's like any given day. So, I'm doing all right today, doing all right. Yeah, I can't believe I did that, or that Woodstock did that to me, or however y'all want to call it, but that was interesting. Last time it wasn't quite that hard, but I was dealing with the donkeys and I was trying to clean Willow's eye and she didn't like it. And she threw her head, like tossed it and caught me like right on the cheekbone. And I had a black eye for a week. And I was a little woozy from that one. And I was worried I might pass out and then they'd trample me, But that was, I don't know, a year or so ago. So yeah, the animals are out to get me. It's like, look, I'm the only one that feeds you around here, so y'all should be nicer to me. Oh boy. So yeah, I didn't do my live yesterday because I did have a killer headache at 11 a.m. because it was only 2 hours after the fact, and I really wasn't up for reading tarot cards or anything else at that point. I wasn't looking to talk to people at that point. My head hurt. So but yeah, I'm feeling better today. So yeah, hopefully I won't injure myself. I'm trying to get rid of the weird lines on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see them, but it's, it's wood. It's picking it up today. It's being weird, as always. So yeah, other than that, I've just been busy getting the 2 new shows for October set up and confirming with everybody. I've got the 12th, I believe it is, the second Sunday. That's the night show. And we've got a couple new interested people, as Regina's mentioning here. And then the 18th, 16th, 18th, whatever the third Thursday is, that's the new daytime show, and that'll be fun. That's going to have 10 people on it. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting. So I got most of that all set up and ready to go and links sent out. And, there was a lot of technical stuff to do behind the scenes, but I hope it's all up and running and good now. Shorts are coming out. I even got some shorts done. I didn't get an outro done for that, but I did get an intro done, so y'all may I just have to suffer through my regular Desert Rose outro. But I am looking forward to it. It's always fun to play with all these folks. And other than that, the weather's been really kind of nice here. It's been like, mid 80s during the day and like high 50s, low 60s overnight. So that's, pretty nice. Except since we got the rain, which we need the rain, everything's turning green again. We even have mallow flowers, which are the tortoise's favorite food. I haven't seen the tortoise in 2 days, but he does that. He comes and goes. I just keep leaving food outside his door and he eats it. So, we also got the flies back. We had a really mild fly summer, which was so lovely. I only had to buy one set of fly masks this year, and we just ran out of fly spray, and I thought, oh, okay, we don't need it. It's October, we got the rain, and we need more fly spray. So, but yeah, we definitely got the flies back, and boy, I'm like, what is that noise? Well, it's the horses and the donkeys stomping to get the flies off their legs. So Doug's picking some up tonight, so they will be getting taken care of. He's been spraying out there around the corral and stuff, but you get moisture in the desert and everything comes out. What was it? I don't think it was last night. I think it was the night before we were out there, and sun's going down early now, and turning off the water, just finished filling up the trough, and the dog jumps and takes off running. I'm like, uh-oh, what's over there by the horse trough, right? Because, rattlesnakes, it's that time of year. But I can't see because it's too dark. So I had to go inside and get a flashlight, and I come out, and there's this big old tarantula marching up the pathway towards me. I'm like, what do you want? Well, at least the dog was smart enough to leave it alone, right? So, and then last night, while I'm sitting here kind of being, and Doug's like rubbing my neck because it hurt. And, we had some frozen dinners because I wasn't up for cooking, And then we keep hearing these weird noises, like, all right, what? So Doug gets his shoes on and gets the flashlight, and him and the dog go outside. And then all I hear is, we were surrounded by cows. There must have been 20 of them out there. And the dog runs out barking. They all take off. So we got this little mini stampede going on, right? Then the donkey gets all excited. She's, this is like 11 o'clock at night, right? So, and then that all settles down, and then the coyotes are going off down the road. And it's just before that all happened, we heard a couple of gunshots down the road. Possibly a snake. Didn't hear any follow-up or screaming or cop cars. So, probably a snake, or maybe they were chasing the coyotes off, because the coyotes were really loud last night. It was just insane. Cool. Thanks, Regina. I appreciate it. Yeah. We have, we have a minimum of 5. I don't really necessarily need it to be a lot more than 8 because it'll get long, but we can also cut from 15 minutes to 10 minutes and then, add a few more people. So kind of up to you guys what you want to do. I mean, 10 minutes is probably good anyway. It doesn't sound like much, but when you're the one sitting there selling, it can be a long time. So yeah. So yeah, I really want to get like California, Nevada, Pacific, Washington, like literal Pacific Coast person. I have Steven. I don't know if he's going to stay regular or not. Last time he legitimately was sick. He wasn't just, bailing on us. But I'm really hoping, he doesn't really know us. So, I could imagine he would think it might be a little weird, but, we just got to get him in there. Steven's awesome. But yeah, I really, really want to get another, like California, Nevada, Washington. Who else is Pacific time? I don't know. And get one of those people to end the show kind of situation, because I want to make it like a legit cross-country kind of deal. I was hoping my girlfriend from Maine would want to join, but, she's she's in a different kind of selling group. She's, high-end quilts and stuff. And, we'd be looking at $500-$600 pieces of art. So I don't know if we actually have the customer base for that, Hello, Facebook. No, Steven's awesome. He's one of us, Regina. He's one of us. I don't know if you know Steven. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to turn my light on here. Steven from Sugar Vision. He's, he's a cool dude, man. He really is a cool dude. Oh, boxes. Oh, girlfriend, he's dangerous. Watch my last unboxing with the 6, 7, 20 bags I got from him. He goes to like these awesome estate sales in Vegas, and he gets things that are just like, you've never seen anything like it before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I still have my Shop Hop stuff out. It is going up for sale later today because I did not sell one item, which I kind of found annoying. It's too much work to not even get one item sold. I don't know what I did with it. I put it away, apparently. Imagine that. I put something away. I don't think it was in my Shop Hop. That's why. Come on now. Oh, I know. I think I put it on the shelf. I did. I think I got this from Steven. Which is pretty unusual. This is the clasp. It actually unscrews. I always go the wrong way. That's how it opens. It unscrews and then opens, and I think I got that from him. But he gets like stuff like this and sterling. He gets vintage, and it's just amazing the stuff that he shows up with. So he's dangerous. It is gorgeous, right? I tried to sell it on Tuesday. Nobody wanted it. Now that I figured out if you actually turn the screw the right way, it opens and closes a lot easier. I'll probably offer that up later. Teresa, she is so funny. Teresa from Yarn and More. And Dawn, Southern Deals. They're having a show later. And they invited me to be on again. And I said no today because I was, oh boy, sorry. I got all this stuff going on, So I get up and there's a link for me to be joining the show later today. I'm like, I thought I said no. It's like, I know I said no, but I might just join anyway. Come on now, stop being all weird. There we go. Just don't put it so straight on. There we go. It's a little better. I want to make people nauseous. All wavy. Wavy and weird. So anywho, that's what I've been doing. Other than knocking myself silly, I've just been mostly doing thumbnails and stuff. And a couple people wanted to be added to shows, so I had to redo some stuff. And then I made a big major faux pas and took a picture that I shouldn't have taken and used it and upset somebody, but I fixed it. So there's that. And, I didn't mean to do that. And I'm very, very sorry. And it wasn't because, I just picked the wrong picture, which gave them bad memories. And that wasn't very nice of me. And I didn't know. And I did apologize and I didn't fix it. So there's that. But yeah, I had to redo some thumbnails and some shorts. And I have stuff uploaded through December. So I had to, re-upload about 3 months worth of stuff. So oops, that's what happens. So I got that done yesterday, and other than that, it's been pretty quiet, mostly other than, the standard wild west coyotes and cows and things. I'm definitely enjoying the weather right now. I know right now it's starting to be fall in New England, and I would love to see the trees changing, but I'm glad I don't have to rake, and I'm glad I don't have to worry about looking forward to winter coming with snow. So right now, I do definitely enjoy Arizona in the fall and the spring when it's all kind of weird in other places. It's pretty nice here. It just doesn't change a lot, but it's nice now that we have flowers and green stuff again. That's pretty cool. See, it's kind of like fall in reverse, like we get spring in the fall. I don't know. It's weird. Desert life is definitely different than a lot of other places on the planet. But then again, I don't want to be living in the swamps down in the bayou or something. Oh, the swamps freak me out. They have a lot of weird, creepy, crawly things there that I got enough stuff going here in Arizona. I know enough to not to go poking around, so Oh, and I have coffee. I didn't even have coffee yesterday. We thought we had another can of it, and we did not. And I was drinking tea, but yesterday was probably good that I stuck to tea because I didn't really need a whole lot of anything else because my head was woohoo. Oh, so what do y'all got going on for the weekend? Anything interesting going on? I don't have any plans. Yeah, Regina, you want to check Steven out. He's on Sundays at, let's see, it's about 4 o'clock my time. So what, 3 o'clock your time? That's when you'll find him. And his link is in the description on the, on the Sunday show. So check him out. Come on in. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm glad it's the weekend and I don't have anything big planned because I could use a little downtime, get some stuff done. If it stays nice out, I think we'll go out in the yard. Just see what I can get done. Just slowly, just enjoy the time, Other than that, I'm just waiting on the world to do what it's going to do. Oh, yeah, no problem, girlfriend. No problem. I was saying, if you don't know Steven, his link is in the description below the Sunday video. Go check him out. And he's on Sundays at 4 o'clock my time. So I believe 3 o'clock your time. So check him out. Come on in and sit and chat. I'm almost always there on Sundays. That's why I told him I felt bad doing it on a Sunday, but it'll be by the time he comes on, he can even do his auction and be off in an hour or so and still join us, And it's only once a month, He can start his auction an hour early. He has like a regular real job and stuff kind of thing, so that's why he does weekends, but yeah, he's fun. And his chat is fun too. He's got some really cool people in chat, so and it's not your regulars that you see out and about during the day, you know what I mean? So I go to a whole bunch of different sellers and I don't see the same buyers a lot. So I tried to get a couple others of them to come and join, but they did not reply. So, no reply means no. So there you go. But I'm all into getting the, mixing it up and getting the people from different groups, there's definitely different groups of sellers. So there's no reason we can't all share and, not everybody sells the same thing. And, I don't care about all that. Yeah, well, that's That's who I've always been. I was never in a clique in high school. I had friends from all the cliques, So it's all dark and weird in there. But yeah, that's what I told Steven. I mean, because he sells sterling, I mean, you and I both know there's plenty of people out there that if they bring the high end stuff, and I'm not saying $1,500 pieces, but if they bring it, the buyers will buy it. If, there's a couple of them out there that, yeah, they buy the stuff and nonsense, but you bring the nice stuff, they got the cash to pay for it, and it would get him more exposure to a wider audience of people that actually, it'd be good for him, and it'd be good for us to get, people that want sterling to come in and buy other stuff from us, I'm trying, girlfriend. I'm trying. I think I'm only 3 away from 400 now, so I'm almost there. Now I just need another 100. And I'm over 550 on this channel, so I'm getting there. As they say, if you build it, they will come. So I just keep showing up unless, my head's exploding. So I still can't believe I did that yesterday. Doug's like, why didn't you call me? I'm like, what are you going to do? Yeah. Said I didn't die. I said, if I started puking or, passing out on the regular or something, I would have let you know. But even if you go to the hospital, if you don't have any of the big giant symptoms that worry people, you know what they tell you to do? Go home, take it easy, and keep an eye on it. So that's what I did. So, and I seem to be okay. I'm still as crazy as ever today. So, Well, I mean, people are like, oh, you got to do this. And I'm like, okay, one, no, I don't. Two, I was the mother of 2 boys. I've been through the concussion thing more than once. And 3, I've whacked my head more than once, So, and I was really, I didn't want to deal with the blood that I was really horrified was going to happen. Because you know how when you cut your head, it bleeds like a lot for no good reason. And I was lucky that I didn't actually bleed. It just red spot and a bruise and a little sore right there where I did whack it. But apparently I ducked quickly enough not to jam it through my bone. So it was not a good morning. What can I say, right? Yeah, it's not funny, Woodstock. You tried to kill me. Woodstock's over there going, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I'm not big on body fluids. I don't do well with that. When the babies would get sick and they would throw up, if I had to clean it up, I would end up throwing it up, and then Doug would just have to, he'd just say, just go away so that it wasn't twice the mess for him to clean up. So, I just don't do bad. I don't care whose body fluids they are. I don't want to see them, and I don't want to touch them, and I don't want to deal with them. So I was just glad not to have to deal with blood, too. I really don't want to go for stitches or some crap, So, yeah, I'm as okay as I can be. So here we are. But yeah, it was definitely really weird yesterday. Really, really like. I'm glad nobody had any big questions for me because I don't know what I would have answered. Oh, Lordy. So, yeah, other than that, that was my excitement for the week, and I think that's plenty. I don't really need any more than that. I think I'm covered, and, crazy, crazy, crazy. Got to be more careful because, as I keep telling people, we just don't bounce anymore. When going to bed and getting up hurts, actually doing any kind of real stuff can be severely damaging. So you probably shouldn't do it. Oh man, what are you gonna do, right? So, hey, did you get to see Mark yesterday? Was that yesterday? That's fun. Someday I'd like to go meet Jim and Julie. They're here in Arizona, but it's about 6 hours. And for me to travel that far, me sitting in a car for 12 hours, not going to happen because of my back. So it would be an overnight trip, and that means someone to take care of, the 10 pets. So it gets a little difficult for me to travel. But if people come up around me, I can definitely meet them. There's all kinds of good stuff. Oh, walking. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like, geez, how old am I now? My hips hurt, my knees hurt, my feet hurt. Like, yeah, me sitting in that rolly chair ain't really getting it done, is it? Yeah, that's a good thing. Having all these pets, it makes me get up and move multiple times a day. It's non-optional, so. But it doesn't mean my joints don't feel the effect, It's been better, though. I do think that the mushrooms and the black seed oil has been helping. I do. I mean, it's not a miracle, magic pills or anything, but, giving your body what it needs to do what it needs to do. You got to give it time. It took me over 50 years to get here. It's going to take more than, a week to get it undone. So we've been doing it for, I don't know, about a year probably on the regular. And we're both seeing we're not getting worse. And in a lot of cases, things don't hurt as much. So that works for me. I know everybody wants, there's an app for that. Well, just like all the diets, I don't think any of the diets are per se bad for you, but they're not for permanent use. I mean, the keto diet or what's the one the keto one? I don't know, the one that's all meat all the time, or no dairy, or I don't know, fruit juice only. I mean, you pick one. There's 900 of them, right? So, and I think any of those will work because you're radically changing how your body is dealing with the quote unquote nutrition you're giving it to work with. But long term, you have to give it all of it. Hey, Johnny, welcome in. How's it going? Just hanging out. Sorry I missed you this morning. I slept in. Gave myself a minor concussion yesterday. So getting back on track now. I'm okay. Whacked my head and, the parrot tried to kill me. So, but I'm doing much better now. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's Friday. Hanging out. I think I'll go hit up Dawn and Teresa in a little while. They'd asked me to come on today, and I said, no, I'm really busy doing stuff and things. And then I got up and got an email from Teresa saying, hey, can't wait to see you later. So I'm like, all right. Teresa's bullying me. I have to go sell on her show. But they're really fun to hang out with, so I'll probably do that right after I get done here. They come live at 3 o'clock, which is noon for me, so about half hour. Y'all want to pop in and say hi, come on over. I think Maria is going to be there, and I don't remember who else. I think I saved the link, though, so I could share it. Let's see. Come on, computer, be nice. There you go. Let's see if I can get the link. Here we go. We head out. You guys can go over there. You can say raid from Ellen. This is on, I think it's on Dawn's, yeah. They switch every week. Oh, Lordy, I can't type today. There you go. Definitely pop in. Pop in, say hi. They're fun. They are funny. And they bring good stuff. You know, it's always a cool hangout with them on Friday. Other than that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about baking something. If it stays under, 80 over the weekend, I might turn the oven on. We'll see, though. It's been really humid lately, and for humid, I mean like 30 degrees, 30%, which is for us humid, but it's from all the rain. But it's really nice to have it all green this time of year. It's been a weird summer. We are officially done with monsoon season, so it should just be mellow unless, who knows? I don't know. I saw Florida was supposed to be getting slammed again, but other than that, looks like people might actually be able to enjoy the next week or two without having to do any kind of extreme preparation for some kind of weird weather situation. I don't know. I hope so. I hope everybody's getting it together and thinking about winter. You think about it now, make it easy, and when it shows up, you don't have to, worry about it so much. Have all the stuff you need. I'm just glad to be done with that. Yeah, a couple years ago, we needed an ice scraper. That was weird. I guess the year or two before we moved here, they actually got a full 6 inches of snow here, and it was like, big deal. So normally there's like a little dusting, and then it hangs out on the mountains for a week, but it's not on the ground, so that's good. I get to look at it, don't have to touch it. That's my preferred way to deal with snow. I love seeing the postcards, but yeah, I could go for a walk in the woods for the fall. I would do that. Know. So yeah, what's going on? Tell me something good. Hopefully somebody will show up this month for the birthday giveaway. Nobody showed up for it. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Yeah, for the September birthday giveaway, I did not have one entry for it. I was very, very sad. And I know there were tons of September birthdays out there, so. How's it going, Miss Joanne? Hopefully all is well in your world. I'm just hanging out. Being a bum, It's Friday, yay! Been a weird week. I think everything's back on track now, I hope. Yeah, Mr. Johnny's popping around saying hi to folks. Think I'm going to go sell over there with Dawn and Teresa and Maria and I don't know who. Someone else I think is supposed to be there today. Go say hi. If y'all want to come on over, there's the link. And they're going to start, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, that's good though, right, Joanne? That's, I'm okay with that. I could go for, a couple of days of nothing exciting's happening. I don't need any more excitement. I've had enough. Hey, the government shut down. How's that happening for all y'all? How's that working out? Anybody care? Nobody cares. I hope they do some house cleaning while it's shut down. I don't know what's going on. Can't believe the news. But yeah, nothing exciting. I could go for nothing exciting over the weekend. A little house cleaning, a little yard cleaning, no more head whacking and concussions. And, I could go for that. Just mellow, chill, maybe bake something. You know what I mean? Like, just normal life without issues. I could do for a weekend like that. Oh, yeah, it's just been weird. Just been, been a weird week. Just seems like, I don't know, it's not me. It just feels like the world is weird. They're stirring the pot somewhere. They're doing something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, here I am. Yesterday, yeah, I had to cancel. I was definitely not up for doing tarot readings and honestly, on my eyes, like I couldn't focus on the book to read about the archetype. So I'm going to reschedule and do it because, something I actually enjoy. But yeah, yesterday that was not happening. Not, 2 hours after I whacked my head, I was not up for reading a chapter out of a book. So, And who knows what kind of weird energies I would have been picking up on with my head going wah wah wah. So, I don't touch that stuff when I'm not in the right frame of mind, and I definitely was not yesterday. Doing better today, though. I just, like I said, feel like I, could have slept better, but yeah, when was the last time you woke up feeling like, hey, that was a good night's sleep, right? So, that happens periodically, it's awesome. And when it happens, boy, don't discount it. Make sure you are thankful for that, for every second of good night's sleep you got. So other than that, yeah, definitely my head started getting less foggy about, 9-10 o'clock last night. So yeah, but I was really all day. It was like, big 12-hour just don't talk to me because I don't know anything kind of day. Like, it wasn't good. Oh man. I guess I'm in a big truck coming up the road. I don't know. I don't think I have any deliveries, but probably the neighbor does. Garbage day is Wednesday, so it's not them. Yeah, it's just been, last night was just weird all over the place with the cows and the coyotes and the gunshots and the, it was just like, just been weird around here lately. I don't know. And the gunshots were pretty sure were either chasing off coyotes or shooting at a rattlesnake, not necessarily shooting at a neighbor, which happens periodically out here because it's, unincorporated Wild Wild West and weirdos. So there you go. Yeah, Wednesday's our garbage day. So they bring these ginormous dump trucks up these tiny little dirt roads that are, it's crazy. They do it. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, woman, it's, it's Arizona. It's open carry anyway. That's just a fact of living here. And then, because we really do have, free range cattle and rattlesnakes and tarantulas and scorpions. And we have people here that hide from the law because it's really pretty remote. I mean, we have dirt roads. We have one paved road through town, and only because it goes from the highway to Grand Canyon West. Otherwise, nobody would have bothered paving that because the tour buses needed it, So, I mean, yeah, there's stuff out here. It's, Kingman's 45 minutes away. It takes the cops a minimum of 1 hour to get to you. You got a problem, you deal with it because ain't nobody coming real quick, so. I mean, this is where I live. I like it. People don't understand it, but I like it. But yeah, there are, advantages and disadvantages to living here. So you better be self-sufficient if you're going to move here. Otherwise, it's going to eat you alive. I mean, the plants want to get you. So, the crazy people and, the wildlife, you don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? If you aren't tough, you aren't making it here. So Oh, yeah, but it's the closest to living unincorporated as I can get. I mean, literally, I live in an unincorporated town, but I wish to not be part of the society and the stuff and the nonsense and institutions. And yeah, I mean, it's we don't have Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying? We don't have delivery of any kind. FedEx and UPS will come to your door, but you don't even have post office mailbox at your house because they don't come up these dirt roads. They have a couple of clusters on the main road, but they get stolen from all the time. So a majority of people here pay for a post office box because they actually like to get their mail. So it's we don't have a grocery store. We have a Family Dollar and a Dollar General. We have a little grocery store deli. I like it, but most people would not be able to, feed their family from there on the regular, but it's just me and Doug. We order online. We we have the ability to be a little more flexible. We making decent money and our bills are paid, so we can spend more money on food and not have to worry about shopping at Walmart, Super Walmart, which but I order online from the regular grocery stores downtown, and Doug will pick it up on his way home. And but everything's in Kingman, which is 45 minutes from us. The doctors, everything. There's nothing here. We have a little farm supply store now, so that's nice. And a couple of gas stations, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing here, but I think there's 3 or 4 churches. Many, many, many people would not enjoy living here, but I've always lived way in the country, Bar Harbor, Maine. We lived out in Westbrook, Connecticut, out like with our property bordering the water company. It was all just woods. I mean, I've, always lived, pretty remote, except like when I lived in Berlin. I mean, that was, not really remote. Well, it was, but, it's actually behind a wall. So, but yeah, I love the country. I don't really like to be able to see my neighbors. I don't want to hear my neighbors. I don't want to hear road noise. I don't like cars and all. Hobbit house in the woods. I could, deers is my friend. I could probably live that way. So, but a lot of people could not and would not enjoy it. So, it is what it is. But no, I picked this place on purpose, and Doug is good with it. So here we are. I can understand if, you have to have a lot of medical appointments, or you're really just not good with being alone, or, being in the dark scares you. You would not like it here, but I don't foresee us moving. Unless I get $1 bajillion and then I have a house picked out. Yeah, that's the deal, Joanne, really. I mean, I would love to live on, like the outskirts of Sedona, because Sedona's really cool, but I can't afford Sedona. And it's also pretty hot there. I mean, it is hot here, but we're a good 10 degrees cooler than like the Phoenix area. So, if I could pick a better place for what I really want, would be like in the Williams, Douglas area, because they're a little higher in elevation. They have like scrub pines. They have some trees that actually have leaves. You can grow grass, and there's water, which is, water in the desert. And, that means, really expensive. So, but, where we're at, we have a well. I have a fish pond. I have a tortoise pond. I just put my own water in. But being an East Coast girl that literally grew up on an island, water, I miss seafood. Definitely miss seafood. I figured we're close to California. They got a big ocean. They have food there that comes out of it, right? No, I don't think so. I guess not. I get like frozen shrimp and tilapia. I don't eat tilapia, and shrimp is not my favorite. So I want like fried clams and lobster, and Okay. I know. I told him I wasn't coming on today. So if I show up at all, it's a bonus. Yeah, noontime, huh? I know. I told him I'm on live on my own channel at that time of day. It's not a good time for me, and I've been busy, and I needed some downtime. So, but yes, I might go pop over and join. I know they'll chit chat for a few minutes, so I'll do the same. Yes, thank you, girlfriend. I do appreciate it. Thank you. You know I need a babysitter. Oh man. Yep, Doug was at the prison yesterday. He goes there and does exterminating. He used to be an MP though. He's dealt with prison people. Lots of them over his years. That's so funny. I was telling him about you. You know. So yeah, I got to get more coffee before I can go even think about logging in. Because, once I get on and then I got an hour, because then I got to go feed everybody. It's just a bad time of day for me to be live. And I don't like bugging other people's shows, But anywho. So, yeah, that's about it though, guys. I think I will head off and go see if I can get on there. And let's see, do I still have that? Here's the link. I'll be over there in about, less than 10 minutes. How's that? I'll do my best to get on over, but go on over, say hi, tell them Ellen sent you, and if y'all are interested, hang out and chit chat with us all. So that's it. You guys have a good weekend. I know I'll see you out and about on YouTube land somewhere. And yeah, definitely go check out Steven. Like I said, it's Steven at Sugar Vision. Just look up Sugar Vision with 2 S's and you'll find him, or just go to my channel and, Ellen's Enchanted Emporium and look under Sunday Show, and his link is right there. So just click it and go right to him. Register and you'll be ready to bid on Sunday. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming and chatting. Really appreciate y'all. I hope you guys all have a good, calm, easy, safe weekend. Yeah, no headbanging. No headbanging of any kind if I can avoid it. You guys too, stay safe. Extra safe. Bubble wrap yourself if required, or just go sit on the couch and stare at the wall. Whatever keeps you happy. All right, guys. As always, sending much peace, love, and harmony from Petrichor Ranch in Arizona. Get some sun and find a reason to smile today. Big hugs. Talk to you later. Bye.